next couple of weeks. Some of those games, the one against the Mystics was moved to Baltimore, a larger arena. The one against the Sky moved to the United Center, a larger arena.
First of all, WNBA was awesome before Caitlin got here, and it's been awesome for a really long time. They're probably going to go, and yes, they might be a little disappointed that they don't see Caitlin play, but they're probably going to go and like get an amazing game and then be like, oh wow, this is awesome. I love the WNBA.
The only thing that really stood out, to be honest, was there was one quote in one of the front office sports articles. It's unclear whether the teams will provide any compensation for fans who bought tickets to their games. And I was like, what?
Grow up.
Injuries are a part of it. Again, I get it. It sucks. If you bought a ticket to see somebody and they're hurt, I get it. That is like a big bummer. But no, you would never say that about men's sports. If LeBron was out or Steph Curry or the big names were out for a couple weeks, they would never be like, oh, we're going to reimburse you guys. Sorry about that. Now you're just not taking the WNBA as a business. You're not seeing it as a business. So I'm like, yeah, she's hurt. It sucks. And
the recent WNBA matchup between Connecticut Sun and Indiana Fever drew significant attention, particularly regarding viewing numbers and fan reactions following Caitlin Clark's absence due to injury. The game aired on ION Network, which remains accessible through multiple platforms including Roku streaming service and traditional over-the-air digital antennas for viewers seeking free broadcast options. The Sun vs. Fever contest on ION Network Friday evening attracted 851,000 viewers across most regional markets, establishing the network's highest audience numbers for the current season. This figure represents a substantial 119% jump compared to the same time frame in the previous year, which recorded 389,000 viewers. Notably, Clark remained sidelined throughout this broadcast due to her injury status. The comparison becomes particularly striking when examining the later broadcast window featuring Las Vegas Aces against Los Angeles Sparks. This matchup, despite including A'ja Wilson and other prominent players, managed only 459,000 viewers, representing a 25% increase from last season's comparable numbers. The disparity illustrates that even without Clark's active participation, the Fever organization continues drawing nearly 400,000 additional viewers compared to contests featuring other star players.
Apples to apples, apples to oranges, whatever you want to do, comparison to the National Basketball Association, but I can somewhat understand where fans are coming from because we're witnessing something kind of rare. All right? They're not talking about WNBA tickets that may normally be $23 or $18 or $12. You're talking about tickets that in some cases people have paid $400, $500, $600 for, much above the actual face ticket value specifically because Caitlin Clark. So,
this viewing pattern suggests that fan investment has extended beyond individual player focus to encompass the entire Indiana franchise. Players like Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston have gained recognition as spectators maintain their connection to the team. The Fever's ability to sustain audience interest mirrors successful professional sports franchises that transcend individual star power to capture casual viewer attention consistently. Former WNBA player Sue Bird addressed concerns regarding fan responses to Clark's injury situation during her podcast commentary. Reports emerged suggesting some ticket holders requested refunds or compensation following news of Clark's absence from scheduled games. Bird expressed frustration with these demands, particularly noting that several upcoming contests had been relocated to larger venues, including a Mystics game moved to Baltimore and a Sky matchup transferred to Chicago's United Center. Bird's perspective emphasized that injuries constitute an inherent aspect of professional athletics, arguing that similar compensation requests would never surface in men's professional sports when prominent players like LeBron James or Stephen Curry miss games due to health issues. She advocated for treating the WNBA as a legitimate business entity rather than making exceptions based on individual player availability.
We'll look at what Sue Bird had to say. Megan Rapinoe has a cameo in the video doing her best Eminem impression. Oh boy. Regional WNBA action featuring the Sun Fever in most markets averaged 851,000 viewers on ION.
The debate also connects to broader discussions within professional basketball regarding player rest and load management policies. NBA fans have previously expressed similar frustrations when marquee players sit out anticipated matchups, leading to ongoing conversations about fan expectations versus player health priorities. Despite Clark's absence, the Fever's continued ability to attract substantial television audiences demonstrates the franchise's growing brand strength. The team's viewership numbers suggest that while Clark's presence would likely push ratings even higher, potentially reaching 1.5 to 2 million viewers, the organization has established a foundation for sustained fan engagement. The contrast with other high-profile matchups, particularly those featuring Wilson and the Aces, highlights the unique position Indiana has achieved within the league's landscape. This disparity raises questions about star power distribution and marketing effectiveness across different WNBA franchises. The entire situation reflects the WNBA's evolution from a niche entertainment product to a more mainstream sports property generating significant commercial interest. The league now faces challenges typically associated with major professional sports, including managing fan expectations, pricing strategies, and injury-related public relations issues.
Friday night, marking the network's largest audience of the young season and a 119% increase over the comparable window last year, 389,000. Wow. Caitlin Clark missed the game due to injury. If this next sentence doesn't tell you all you need to know about A'ja Wilson and her lack of power in pulling in viewers.
The discussion also touches on authenticity within women's sports advocacy, with some critics questioning whether certain supporters maintain consistent positions when circumstances change. These debates extend beyond basketball to encompass broader conversations about competitive integrity and advocacy consistency. As the WNBA continues experiencing unprecedented growth, the league must develop policies addressing fan compensation during star player absences while maintaining business viability. The Clark phenomenon has created new precedents that may influence future ticketing strategies, injury communications, and fan engagement approaches. The situation demonstrates both the opportunities and challenges accompanying rapid league expansion and increased mainstream attention. Successfully navigating these issues will likely determine whether the current growth trajectory can be sustained long-term or represents a temporary surge tied to specific individual performers.
I don't know what will. In the late window, coverage featuring Sparks Aces averaged 459,000 viewers, and that was up 25% from last year. Are you kidding? A Caitlin Clark-less Indiana Fever team drew nearly 400,000 more viewers than everybody's precious A'ja Wilson.
Recent discussions surrounding professional basketball players' relationship with social media platforms have gained significant attention, particularly following comments from Kate Martin during her appearance on a podcast with Sue Bird. Martin's insights address the psychological challenges athletes face when navigating online attention and public scrutiny. Martin emphasized that intense media attention accompanies any successful athletic phenomenon, drawing parallels to legendary teams and performers throughout sports history. The Warriors dynasty, Michael Jordan's Bulls championship runs, and the original Dream Team all experienced similar media circuses that come with exceptional success and public fascination. Her experience with Iowa's basketball program provided valuable perspective on managing overwhelming attention. The collegiate environment actually presented more intense scrutiny than some professional situations, offering unique preparation for navigating public pressure at the highest levels of competition. A critical observation emerged regarding how positive reinforcement can prove equally problematic as negative criticism. Martin noted that excessive focus on favorable comments and viral moments can redirect athletes' priorities away from fundamental performance goals towards social media engagement metrics.
A'ja Wilson's not moving any needles. I mean, Caitlin Clark's sitting on a bench. People are tuning in to watch her on the bench. All right? They've got invested enough in the team. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, they've got invested enough in the team. The Indiana Fever are showing and giving credibility to the America's team moniker. This is the kind of thing.
This phenomenon appears to manifest in various ways across different players. Some athletes become fixated on creating highlight-worthy defensive plays rather than executing sound fundamental techniques. Others may prioritize statistical achievements that generate online buzz over contributing to team success through less glamorous but more effective basketball plays. The discussion highlighted how social media culture can transform players' motivations from team-oriented goals to individual achievement pursuits. The example of players becoming becoming more concerned with maintaining statistical streaks than executing winning basketball strategies illustrates this problematic shift in priorities. Early phases of such streaks often coincide with genuinely excellent basketball performance, but extended focus on maintaining numerical accomplishments can gradually erode the quality of decision-making and shot selection. Players may attempt increasingly difficult shots or force statistical opportunities rather than making optimal basketball plays.
Right here in front of us, this is the kind of thing the Dallas Cowboys do, and now the Chiefs, is they pull in the casual viewer, whereas the other NFL teams cannot. Now, I granted, we're not talking about ratings on the scale of the NFL, but the NFL is king regardless. It kicks the shit out of every sport known to man, and it's not close in television ratings. But this just shows you.
Martin revealed her personal approach to managing online distractions through complete social media elimination during critical competitive periods. Her strategy involved removing all social media applications for 6 to 7 months during important seasons, allowing complete focus on basketball-related responsibilities without external digital influences. This approach proved effective during Iowa's Final Four campaigns, suggesting that temporary digital disconnection can enhance athletic performance and mental clarity. The strategy acknowledges that both positive and negative online content can create unwanted distractions from primary competitive objectives. The conversation revealed broader concerns about social media preparedness across the WNBA. Many players enter professional athletics without adequate training for managing sudden increases in online attention and public scrutiny. Traditional social media followings may be modest, but controversial plays or mistakes can instantly generate thousands of critical comments from previously unknown observers.
400,000 more people tuned in for the Fever than for Asia Wilson and the Aces. You want to talk about pissing her fan base off? There you go. I don't know what else to tell you. There is one team in the league moving the needle, and then one player that moves it over and above. If Caitlin Clark plays in this game, they probably do 1.5 million viewers.
Professional athletes require specialized training for handling digital communication challenges. This includes understanding platform-specific features for filtering content, managing notification settings, and developing healthy boundaries between online engagement and professional responsibilities. Modern social media platforms create correlates where casual observations receive the same visibility as expert analysis. The immediate, unfiltered nature of online commentary means that routine basketball mistakes or poor shooting performances generate intense criticism that may be disproportionate to the actual significance of such events. This dynamic differs significantly from traditional sports media, where commentary typically underwent editorial review and professional standards. Current digital platforms allow any observer to directly communicate with athletes, creating unprecedented levels of immediate feedback and potential psychological pressure. The discussion also touched on the experiences of content creators who understand the cyclical nature of online attention and public perception. Creators who have experienced significant popularity fluctuations can relate to the psychological challenges athletes face when dealing with changing public opinion and engagement levels. These experiences demonstrate that maintaining consistent performance while managing varying levels of public attention requires specific mental skills and coping strategies. The temporary nature of online popularity cycles means that athletes must develop resilience for both positive and negative attention phases. The mental health implications of constant social media exposure create unique challenges for professional athletes. The combination of physical performance demands and psychological pressure from online scrutiny requires specialized support systems and coping mechanisms.
Our whole entire Iowa squad, we did like such a good job of learning how to block out outside noise whenever we were in the heat of that, because it's like the negative stuff can be bad, but the positive can be just as bad as the negative sometimes. Like if you're gonna
that is one of the most important things. That is one of the actual most important things. And I don't think I've covered that point enough. And look, I don't know. This is an assumption that I'm making. And I'm 100% saying this is an assumption. But like it seems like obviously one of the things when it comes to say a Dijonay is that she gets overly hyped in the positives of her blocks. That's why I think she ends up hitting people in the head. Is that she tries to get the viral clip, she tries to get the viral hype when things are going well with those blocks, and she wants to do that celebration, the lockdown celebration and everything. that that has become a negative. And I think that that's the case when it comes with players. I fully believe that that was the case with Angel Reese last year with the double doubles.
Athletes must develop skills for compartmentalizing online feedback to maintain focus on their primary professional responsibilities. This includes learning to distinguish between constructive criticism and unhelpful commentary, as well as recognizing when digital engagement becomes counterproductive to athletic performance. The WNBA faces opportunities to develop comprehensive social media education programs for players entering the league.
That she stopped caring about basketball and started caring more about double doubles. Like double doubles was more of a thing than basketball, because she bought into the hype, she bought into the social media, she bought into the things going well. She was actually playing super well. Ironically, like, she was playing super well.
Such programs could address practical platform management techniques, psychological coping strategies, and professional communication best practices. These educational initiatives could include guidance on content filtering, strategic engagement approaches, and recognition of when digital detox periods might benefit individual players. The goal would be empowering athletes to make informed decisions about their online presence rather than mandating specific approaches.
Kind of early on the streak. And as the streak just kept going on, it got to the stage where it was caring more about the streak than playing well. And ironically, like, her first 4 or 5 games out of double-double streak, she actually played extremely well. She genuinely did. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. She did. And it became more focused on, it seemed like it became more focused on social media, working on tween, sidestep, mid-ranges instead of the layups. Like, that is my, from the outside looking in, I don't know Angel Reese, I don't know DJ Carrington, but that's genuinely what it seems like. And you can get very, very worked up on social media, as in, if you're looking at the positives.
The ability to manage social media attention effectively may become an increasingly important skill for professional athletes across all sports. Players who develop healthy digital boundaries and maintain focus on fundamental basketball improvements may achieve more sustainable career success.
And only looking at things when it's good, because first of all, it can get you focused on the wrong things. And second of all, if you become terminally online when it's going well, things can crash. Things can absolutely crash. And obviously to a lesser extent than these players, because there was no freaking circus around me. Like, as somebody who's gone through every peak and trough on social media, like, I've had peak in 2017 as like this up and coming 2K YouTuber. In 2018, probably it was like Corzemba in terms of basketball content creation.
The conversation suggests that current social media literacy among professional athletes varies significant, with some players naturally developing effective coping strategies, while others struggle with the psychological demands of constant online attention. Sports organizations must recognize that digital literacy represents a legitimate professional development need for modern athletes. The psychological skills required for managing online attention complement traditional athletic training and may significantly impact player performance and career longevity. Developing systematic approaches to social media education could help players maintain mental health while maximizing the positive aspects of fan engagement and personal brand development. The ultimate goal involves creating environments where athletes can perform at their highest levels without unnecessary digital distractions or psychological pressure from online sources.